want to help everybody feel safe and comfortable in our country. So, today's goal is to talk about military families and the immigration options that they may have for people who need immigration status. My name is Helen Tarokich. I'm a North Carolina board certified immigration law specialist. Our law office, Helen Tarokich Law PLC, is based in Wilmington, North Carolina. And today's session is going to last about an hour, and my goal is to be able to answer as many questions as possible. Please feel free to put your comments or questions in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer those questions as we go along. If you don't have questions right away, that's okay too. As always, I can't give specific legal advice in a Q&A session. We're live streaming on Facebook and on YouTube, so please don't provide ultra sensitive details in your questions. We would love for people to have, of course, a confidential consultation with our law office so they can get specific legal advice about what to do. So I want to talk about first, basically, what is PIP or PIP in the context of immigration? So Parole in Place is a program that has been around for a while. Parole sounds like it's going to be some kind of jail thing, like parole from jail. But in the immigration context, Parole in Place is a program that essentially, if a person qualifies, will give them a white I-94 card, often with their photograph on it, an 11-digit number, that basically admits that person to the United States. But they're already here. And why would we do this? It is because if a person has come across the border without permission, for example, entering without inspection, so like walking across the border with US and Canada or US and Mexico, then without permission. So this is not entering with a visa. It's not entering with fraudulent papers. It's just entering without inspection, entering without going through Customs and Border Patrol. If they've had that type of entry, then oftentimes they're unable to file for permanent residency, even if they have a U.S. citizen spouse who's in the military or is a veteran, or a son and or daughter, or parents. So what do we do with PIP? If the USCIS office is willing to grant Parole in Place or PIP, it's basically giving them a permission in place, meaning without leaving the United States. So it's like admitting them to the US or saying you now have the ability to file your next step if the only thing that's blocking you from filing for a green card is this unlawful entry that you've had. So PIP really only forgives like one thing, and it's that unlawful entry. It does not forgive pretending to be a U.S. citizen. It does not waive or forgive a situation where someone has sold drugs. It doesn't forgive fraud either. So sometimes people have had like a misrepresentation issue with immigration in the past. And while in many cases that can be forgiven with a special waiver known as an I-601 waiver, basically that is a separate application that has to be filed, and the person has to also have that PIP grant.